Okay. Welcome to the team call today. I love seeing so many people on, and I have to give a shout out to Katie because I think this is your first live team call that you've been on. Is that right, Katie?
Yes, it is.
Yes, welcome, Katie. She's maybe listened to a few recordings, but she is brand new to our team and we're excited to have her. And it's a perfect time for you to be on because I'm going to be going over some of the basics with sharing, starting your business, and how you can get paid. So I've noticed recently that I've had a lot of people that are new to sharing ask me similar questions like, what does a level 1 mean? What does a level 2 mean? How do I get paid? What do the points mean? I don't understand the points. Wait, the points for Punta Cana are different than the points for ranking? Wait, I'm so confused. What is going on? And they're asking me all these same questions. And I'm like, okay, I know some of you know this, but I feel like it's never bad to brush up on this because even when I was planning on doing this for you guys, I was like, ooh, I forgot what the rank up bonuses were for gold and senior gold. Because I feel like that's the one that gets a little tricky for me in my mind. So it was good for me to brush up too. And I'm excited to simplify things for you and take it back to the basics. I also, I'm going to have Carly share a little bit today too about, actually, she never wrote me back. So hopefully she got my message, Carly. Okay, good. So she's going to talk a little bit about how sharing is simple for people when they're first getting started and how you don't need to know anything, which I think is so great. So she's going to talk about that. And then I asked Jess to also talk about how the points are different for Punta Cana and earning trips and incentives so that you guys can kind of see the difference. So we're going to break it down really simple for you today. And I am on 2 different cameras because I had to do this to make it work. So give me 1 second while I switch this over really quick. And then I'm going to change the gallery.
I can't hear you anymore.
We can't hear you, babe.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? With no
Yes.
echo? Okay. All right. And you can see my paper right here on the main screen. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw this up. This is how one of my uplines drew it up for me when I first got started. And I feel like it made it really simple. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when you get started building your business, this is you. Okay, this is you. And you are a VIP
Hey, babe,
customer.
do you have like a permanent marker?
Can you not see that? Matt, do you have a permanent marker?
It's so tiny. I would just see if you have a black marker or a permanent marker.
Okay, hold on, Matt's grabbing one.
Okay.
Because I can see it pretty clear on mine, but hopefully you guys can see it clear on yours. Is it on the main screen, Jess? Because I changed it from gallery.
See it, and I just know what you're writing because I know the system, but I think to the new people it'd be helpful if they can see a little bit better.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, just write really big if you can.
Okay, so this is you. And when you get started sharing, you sign up, say you sign up your mom. Okay, and she becomes your level 1. What are you doing? Okay, so she becomes your level 1. So when we say in the chat, I just got a level 1, that means that you signed up somebody to order. I feel like it's blurry now. Okay, and then in order to get to silver, you need to sign up 2 more level 1s like this. See, so you have a level 1 right here, and 1 here, and 1 right here. And that makes you a silver ambassador. Okay.
And to
You
be
need-
a silver ambassador, I would say I would show them point wise too.
Yeah,
if you
I
can
will.
right there. Yeah.
So the bigger I write, the harder it gets actually, because I was gonna write it out different, but that's okay. I might have to write some stuff at the bottom. Okay, so silver means that, so when we talk about points, each level 1 that you get gives you 6 points. Okay, so each one of these gives you 6 points. You need 15 points to rank silver. Okay, so here's the points and here's the rank. Okay, so you need 15 points. That's how it used to be. Technically, when you get 6, 6, and 6, you're gonna have 18. And in order to hit silver, you have to have those all be level 1s in order to hit silver. So you have to have 3 level 1s to hit silver, which will give you 18 points, okay? I'm gonna have to write the bonuses down here, guys, because I'm not gonna have room. So when you hit silver, you get a one-time bonus of $100, okay? There's something called the Fast Start program. And the Fast Start program means that this bonus doubles if you do it in your Fast Start period. Okay, so if you do silver in 30 days, this is Fast Start, remember? If you do silver in 30 days, then this doubles. Bonus times 2. Bonus. Okay. Are you guys following me for you newbies? Okay. So it bonuses, okay? Or it doubles if you do it in 30 days. Okay, we're gonna go back up to here. So when you get, say this is your mom right here or a best friend, and she's like, ooh, I'm gonna sign up my friend Sally. Sally becomes your level 2. Okay. Every level 2 you get 5 points. That looks like a 6, but it's a 5. Okay. So then you go to Sally and you go, Sally, if you just get 2 more people, you're gonna get $305. Now, the reason why she's gonna get $305 is because this is gonna double if she does that right away. This 100 bonus is gonna double, and she's gonna get 305 if she does that in her first 30 days. Remember how I said the fast start is the first 30 days. If she doesn't do it in her first 30 days, so if there's no fast start, you would knock off 100. So she would make 205. Okay. So she still makes a lot of money. She just makes that extra bonus if she does it in her fast start period. So if she gets 2 more level 2s. Okay. She gets 5 points, or you get 5 points. She gets 6. Remember, you get 5 points for each of those. So if you add this up, then you go, okay, so I have 18 points here plus 15. I now have what? 33 points. Does that sound right? So you go, oh, now I have 33 points and I only need 50 points to get to my next rank of senior silver. That's 50 points. So if you have 33 points, you go, you can start going like, could I get another person to silver, or could I just enroll a whole bunch more level 1s? Right? And then once they all add up, so say like this level 2 enrolls her mom, and that becomes your level 3. And then this one enrolls a level 2. And so you're like, okay, I'm getting 5 points on her. I get 5 points on her. And I'm going to enroll another level 1. And I get 6 points. Do you see? So now it's like 33. That's 43. And then what's 43 plus 49? You're like, I only need 1 more order and I'm going to hit senior silver. You guys following me? So that's kind of how it starts to add up. So then let me explain to you now the next level. So it goes to, if she signs someone up, that would be a level 4. And that would be 4 points. The points start to change as you drop, okay? Then it would go to level 5. And then I'm going to run out of room. Level 6, okay? So level 5, you get 3 points for every level 5. Level 6, you get 2 points for every level 6. And I'm going to branch off this way. Level 7, you get 1 point. Okay, so that's how the points work. Is everyone following me? Does that make sense? So the more people that you can get to silver, like you got your mom up here, or Sally, or whoever I said this was, the more you're going to start duplicating and getting points added up, okay? So let's go back over here to the ranks. So the next rank is, so go silver, senior silver, and then gold. Okay, gold is 100 points. So when we're saying 100 points for gold, you're just adding up all of these levels to equal 100 points. Okay, senior gold is 250 points. And then it goes ruby is 500 points. And senior ruby is 750. Okay. And then emerald, we'll just go to emerald for now. That's where me and Jess are at. Me and Jess are at emerald. That's 1500 points. Okay. So that's the point system. Let's go back down to fast start. So fast start. So the rank is, we're going to show you the one-time bonus. This is a one-time bonus right here. Okay. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can get paid, but when you hit a rank, you get a one-time bonus. If you hit it during the fast start period, you get that doubled. So senior silver. Oh, that got weird. Senior silver, your one-time bonus is 150, correct? Is that right, Jess? It's 150, right? For senior silver? Okay, 150. The fast start period for senior silver is you have 60 days to do that, which is actually a lot of time. Because remember, this is only, if you add up the points, it's only about 10 orders. So you have 60 days to get 10 orders to make this bonus right here double. This would become $300.
And can I just add in that it's once you sign up your first person too. It's not just once you start the products. That's important too.
Yes,
So
she's saying your fast start period starts the day that you sign up your first level 1. Okay. So when you sign up your mom or your best friend right here, that's when your fast start period starts. It's not the day that you sign up. Okay. So if you've never signed anyone up, Katie, have you signed anyone up? Okay. So your fast start period has not started yet. So the day you sign up your mom or your sister, or your best friend, your husband, anyone, that's the day your fast start period starts. Then you have 30 days to double this bonus. And then you have 60 days to double this bonus to go senior silver. Okay. So I should have written I should have scooted this over. This is about, I'm going to put orders here. Hopefully this isn't written too small. So this is about 3 orders. This is about 10 orders. Okay. Gold is about 20 orders. And you make on gold, this is the one I had to look up because I couldn't remember what the fast start bonus was. I had to look it up. It's 250. Okay. And you have 90 days to double this bonus. And this isn't even on top of the commissions that you make on these 20 orders. So you're making a commission and a business building bonus on this. So each order you make about $35 to $40 on each new order. And you're making that on all these orders, plus you're doubling the bonus. Okay, so your next rank is senior gold. Is that 50 orders about, Jess? Does that sound right? About 50 orders, I believe. Okay. And the bonus is 350. And you have, help me do the math, 120 days. Does that sound right? To hit that fast start bonus. Okay. And then we're going to do Ruby is $500 bonus. So if you do this in 150 days, you get an extra $1,000 because that bonus doubles. Okay. And the amount of people to Ruby is, how many is that? 100? Just do the math for me. I think it's around 100. 83. Okay. Let's say it's about, is that with all level ones or was that times 5 points?
I'll do 5 points right now. It's 100 people.
I think if it's not your level 1, because you only get 5 points, remember, you don't get 6. So it's probably closer to 100. Is it closer to 100?
Yeah, it's exactly 100. One of our sales rep that is over like us, Jules, he says you always times it by about 4.8 to stay on the side of precaution. So like as you guys are reaching these ranks, I would just in your brain think, okay, about 4.8 points per order. But there are people that only enroll level 1s and level 2s and level 3s, which really is a higher average, but then you're kind of banking on the side of caution. So that way, like at the end of the month, you're not pushing or trying to push for a rank and you're trying to catch up on all these points. So yes, like I would go 100 people for that rank.
And then just know, thanks, Jess, that was helpful. Just know, so that's supposed to be 100. It looks like an 8, but I tried to make it 100. Just know that like if you are a master level 1 enroller, which some people are, that number is going to be less than 100. But we're just erring on the side of caution, okay? So senior Ruby, I want to say it's about 150 orders if I remember, but I could be wrong on that. So about 150 orders, and then this bonus is 750. And then you have 180 days to do that. Now, if you don't do it in 180 days, you guys, you're still, Jess says it's 150. Okay. So if you don't do it in 180 days, you're still making really, really good money. You're just not doubling the bonus. So you're still making awesome income. You just, instead of making 750 times 2, you're just making 750 on that bonus. So don't feel bad if you miss your fast start period, but just know like, hey, I have this little time frame here where I could really maximize the amount of money that I'm making. So if your family is like struggling to pay the bills, or there's something that you need to pay for, medical bill came up, or your car broke down and you're like, I need to make money fast, you can make money really, really fast doing this by doing the fast start period.
Can I answer Nicole really fast too?
Yep.
So something I want to share too, Nicole and I, and a lot of people on this call, actually, we did not have fast start offered to us when we first started. This was not a thing. This has actually only been around for probably when did they release this? Autumn and Amanda, probably
2 years ago.
2 years. Yeah. So
Maybe.
I want you to know that like the incentive of having the fast start program is incredible. And I wish that they would have offered that to us. But at that time, we still grew incredible teams and had awesome either offset and product cost, if that's what your goal is, to just have your products paid for, or if that's a residual income, the incentive is amazing. I met a lady in Mayakoba just last week who did all of her research before joining Plexus to make sure the comp plan was the best out there. And before the Fast Start program, it beat every single other network marketing company that she was intrigued by. And there was about 20. So to know that she joined before the Fast Start program, and now that we have the Fast Start program, how incredible is it that you new people have that opportunity to double some of those incentives and rank ups with that bonus offer? But don't feel like you have to have that pressure of getting it. Like I think people think if I can't do it in Fast Start, I don't want to do it. Don't think of it that way. Just know that many of us have grown huge teams without that incentive. So I just wanted to add that because I think people start to feel the pressure that they have to do it in a 30-day, 60-day timeline. Like you just go at your pace, but this is where your upline will come in and help you, because you'll be surprised with how many people will join your team and how many people that you can help join their teams too. And it's all that duplication. So I wanted to add that.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely not something you have to do, and not all people do it, or maybe they fast start gold or senior gold, but then they don't fast start ruby, you know, like it's not like it has to be done that way, but it is a time period where you can make a lot more money up front. During that time period, you also, like I said, it's different. This is a point system that I just showed you for ranking. But when it comes to earning the incentives, like the trips, and sometimes there's like prizes, like an Apple Watch, or like the computer I'm talking to you on right now, I earned this. It's a MacBook. I earned that through an incentive. So the incentives that you can earn and the trips that you can earn are done differently. It's a different point system than what I just showed you, but it's the same way that you earn it. Every time you get a level 1 or a level 2 or level 3, you're getting points towards ranking, and then you're getting points towards earning Punta Cana or other trips. So Jess is going to talk about that in just a minute, but I would actually really love Carly to go first and share her experience being when she was new, like what her experience was sharing and how simple it was. Like, Carly, do you feel like it was pretty simple? Like things were laid out for you. There was always somebody to answer the question. There was always someone to point you in the right direction. Can you tell us a little bit about what that looks like when you start sharing?
Yeah, for sure. And yes, is the answer to that question. I just by nature, I don't like doing things I don't know how to do. Like whether it's a sport, whether it's something to cook, whether it's anything. I'm like that. My son's like that. He gets it from me. I just don't like doing anything I don't know how to do already, which sounds ridiculous, but that's just how I am. So when I first started, I just had this idea that I was like, no way am I going to do that, because I don't know how to do it. Like, how do I do this? I don't know how, and I'm not going to even worry about it. But it was crazy how simple it really was. And I think I've always said that I kind of just like, I don't know, like it didn't even hit me that I was doing anything or doing a business. And I kind of just like little by little was like, oh, I'm actually doing this. You know what I mean? Because it just kind of flowed a little bit. And I knew that I loved the products. I knew that they changed my life. And so I just knew to talk about that, right? Like we don't have to make this a huge deal about sharing. You know, I didn't feel like I had to know everything about the products to share my story and share what they actually do. It's the same way at like any store, right? I don't know everything about Walmart, but I could tell you, I feel like they have the lowest prices. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to know everything to talk about something. And so that was really helpful, is to feel like if somebody asked me about the X Factor and I could be like, hey, oh yeah, let me see. That simple, right? And then go look up, does it have this ingredient in it? How much is it of that ingredient or whatever? Or ask an upline or ask the message thread. And you just can't be afraid to do that when you start, and know that it's there, and know that it is really important to ask for help and be okay with that. And people are always there. One thing that
Can I add that really quick? Because I had someone ask this question just yesterday. Like, she's like, well, you know, somebody doesn't like the Metaburn, and so she feels like she can't share because she doesn't like it. And I was like, well, what restaurant do you go to where you like everything on the menu, right? Like you might have a favorite drink at Starbucks, but then you might try another one and be like, I don't like that. I would never recommend that to anyone. Well, that's okay. You would still recommend what you do like. So if you don't like the Metaburn, or you don't like the reset or something, that's okay. Someone else will like it. So I actually don't take the Metaburn regularly. I'll kind of take it a little bit here or there. But I will tell you, in the beginning, when I was healing my gut, the Metaburn did not sit well in my stomach, and I did not like it at all. I was like, oh my gosh, my body doesn't like this one. It didn't stop me from sharing because I knew I loved the other products. I'm an active girl. I would rather be active than the Metaburn. So you don't have to like everything to know that someone else will like it. I know people on my team that love the Metaburn and they take it religiously. So just know, like, that's okay, because you can steer them into the direction of learning about the info of what the Metaburn does, even if you don't use it, because there's so many testimonials and things that you could share with them to see if it's a good fit for them. So I just wanted to add that in, because we all have our favorites, right? And that's totally okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and I love that because that's the same thing. If people on my team, my new sharers, I hear a lot, well, I don't struggle with that, or I don't do this, or whatever the case may be. And that's okay. Don't write a post that says, I have migraines if you don't have migraines. Find somebody else's post that has migraines, a testimonial, or go on Sparking Plexus and just find information about how Plexus helps migraines. You don't have to have that experience. Like Nicole said, and I can't drink the active. I know Teresa is like that too. And just be honest with that. Be like, I know this works. I can't handle caffeine. My body doesn't handle it, but sorry, I'm at my dad's work doing some office work. I'm like on the call and I'm doing some work for him. It's awesome. But also I wanted to say, a lot of times when people start to, it's hard. They think it's hard to think, what do I post about? Like, how do I talk about this? And don't overthink it. Just post about it. Just say, I started these products and I'm excited to see if they help me with like blank and blank. Like, it's so simple. And one of the things that I did a lot when I first started was copied other people's posts, right? I copied and pasted, especially my upline, because I knew that that was something that they support me on, and like, that's okay. And sometimes I would tweak things. Sometimes I would post the exact same thing, like just copy and paste. And I started to follow like Sideline Sisters as well, that I felt like their posts sounds like something I would write. That was really critical. Jenna Anderson is one of our Sideline Sisters. She's a perfect example of that. She posts a lot of stuff that I'm like, I love the way that she worded that. So I follow her, use her information, totally fine with it. Anytime anybody uses mine, I'm totally fine for it. It's flattering, right? Imitation is the best form of flattery. So that's a great way to post. It makes it so easy.
And we say it's one Plexus, right? We're one Plexus. We have a community of information about the products and about the business, and we share that information to make it easier for new people to learn how to share it. We share testimonials and product information and graphics. So when you see someone like me or Carly or anyone on here posting a cute graphic in their stories, and you're like, well, gosh, I don't even know how to make a graphic, so I guess I can't do this. No, she copied it from someone else, because we have a storehouse of graphics that we all share. So it's very shareable, duplicatable, and it's easy. And like Carly said, I don't copy anything that doesn't sound like me, or if I like part of it, but then I'm like, oh, she's talking about her 5 kids. I don't have 5 kids. So like, I'll go in and I'll change things and I'll make it sound like me. But we really do this to help new people kind of find the rhythm of posting and how simple it is. It's really, really simple, and it makes sharing in the beginning so easy. So.
And I relate it to, hold on just one second. Somebody said, can you copy and paste from Instagram? Again, I have not been able to copy the caption, but what I usually do is if I'm friends with them on Facebook too, I'll go find it on Facebook, because you can copy it on Facebook.
Can I tell you how? Can I tell you how to do it? I just taught someone how to do this. So screenshot it. You screenshot the words. And then when you go into your photo album, you can hold down and copy any words in a photo. So I'll just screenshot their words. And then, does that make sense? Did you know you can hold down on that? Do you guys know how to do that? So
I didn't know you could. That's awesome.
Okay, so here, watch. So see how there's words there? It's even in a graphic. Watch. I hold down on it and I drag it. See how it's highlighted? And then at the top, you just press copy. See how it says copy right there? You can literally copy any words from a screenshot, you guys. So if you see it on Instagram and you don't see it on Facebook, just be like, I'll just screenshot it. What is Jess showing? Will it?
So I'm just showing you like right here so that people can see it. Like, so if you find a caption that you like, you literally go grab it and then screenshot it. And depending on what your phone looks like, I don't know if you're not an iPhone user, I don't know how that would work. But so then you save it to your albums and then you go and copy it from your photos. So then I'll go into my photos really quick. Just a minute. Now it's not working. Hold on. There we go. So now I'm in my photo album. This is the screenshot. And if you copy it, see how it copied it. And then you hold down that copy and then you can go paste it. And I don't know if you guys knew this as well, but did you guys know in your stories in Instagram? So let me go to my Instagram. If you click on, like, you're going to add a new post.
Can everyone see that, or is it hidden behind everyone's pictures? Go over a little there you
Is that
go.
better?
Yep.
So here I'm on my stories, right? This is for my stories from today. If I want to do a new post and put, say I wrote down a quote, or I'm in a meeting, or there's a quote in a restaurant that I like, but I don't have time to write it down all of it, you can scan the text and it will save it for you. I don't know if you knew that. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So like, say I'm going to do a new story. So I'm on my stories right now, and I'm just going to take a picture of my kitchen. Well, you know what? We'll do a selfie. Okay, there's my selfie. Okay, now say I want to add text. You can hold down your finger, and then do you see the little tiny, like, it says paste? Because I've just copied it. Oh, shoot. I don't know if you guys can see that. Or like, and you guys can do this with me, or a little tiny scanner button. You can scan text. So now my post is up here, but now I'm going to scan text. So say this paper right here, I want to copy something off of this school calendar. I can go down here and it will insert. Hold on. It just copied all of February events for my kids' schedule, so that you don't have to like type it out. I don't know if people knew that. So you can do that. Say you're on your computer and your phone, because I've seen people do it this way, where they'll scan it right off Facebook. So you can scan text, or you can copy and paste text. Does that make sense?
See, I didn't even know that you could do that. So,
Or like you could go to plexusworldwide.com or the Go app. You would have to do it on 2 different devices, but like say I'm in the back office and I want to send information about something, but I don't want to type it all out because it's going to take me too long. I will literally go scan the text, copy it, and then paste it and then send it to them. Or I will do it this way and I put this right on my stories. I hope that helps. Should I post that, you guys? My selfie. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that's super cool.
Sorry, Carly, we totally got off topic.
No,
I don't
that's
know
totally fine.
if you know where you were at.
That's totally fine. Sorry, it's like, I'm gonna start right here. The last thing I was just gonna say is that, you know, it is hard to be new at something, and it's kind of like, I think about it as far as school goes, you know, like when you start school, you don't start in pre-calculus, you don't start in biology, you start in preschool with like ABCs, right? And then you learn shapes and numbers, and you learn how the numbers go together and words go together. That's how it is in this process. And it's okay to start new and be okay with saying, okay, for right now, I'm going to copy and paste, you know, whoever your upline is. Be like, I'm going to copy and paste their posts. And then I'm going to go into Sparky Plexus and I can get some of my own, you know, posts from there. And then you do get to a point where like, you feel comfortable writing your own posts or captions or answering questions. And it's really important that you know that your upline is there for you. And when you add them in message threads, it's wonderful because that's how you learn. I listened to Nicole and Jessica for the last 4 years, and I can be confident before 4 years, obviously, like a couple years ago, I could be confident that I could answer questions, and I had learned and I had listened. And you just have to know that it's okay to start simple, and it's not going to be this big overwhelming thing. Start with what you know, post what you know. And also, like Nicole was saying earlier, and like we were talking about, don't be afraid to post about different things. I started off slower because I only posted about bowel issues, because that's what I had. I posted all the time about bloating and bowel issues and energy. That was my problem. So now, once I started opening up to like, oh yeah, weight loss and migraines and hormone balance and all kinds of things, then that's when people start flowing in, because not everybody could relate to being constipated. And so once I opened up my sphere of what I was posting about, then I got more people. And really, it's amazing. Like you'll just flow and you'll get to know the groove in your plexus business, and you can go as far as you want to go. And it's really awesome. So that's what I was going to share. Sorry,
No, you're perfect. That was perfect.
doing
We
office
don't-
stuff.
We don't hear the distractions that you hear, Carly. So
Good.
I don't believe it. So you're good. No, but I love that. Like really sharing is simple. And I feel like in the beginning, people are like, I don't even know where to start. Like she said, you just start one step at a time. Like Kimberly Greening always says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? You can't swallow the whole elephant at once. So don't get overwhelmed. Just take it one step at a time. Start with one enrollment, start with one post, start with some stories and learning how to do it. And when I got started, you guys, I was just helping a girl the other day and she's like, I don't even know how to make a reel. Like, I don't even know how to do like these really basic things. And I'm like, neither did I. I didn't know how to do any of it. So if you're thinking that you're underqualified because you don't know how to do it, it's just not true. We all started at ground zero, learning how to do it, copying and pasting and figuring it out and saying, where do I find the graphics and all the things? So if you see something and you're like, well, I see a lot of people doing this. Where do I find it? I have no idea. I'm lost. Just ask in the group or message me privately. If you're under me or under Jess or whatever, message Jess and just ask questions. I asked so many questions in the beginning and the questions really help me know what you guys need to know. Like I literally planned this call off of a one-on-one call that I did with Steph yesterday. And she was saying, I really don't understand the compensation plan. I really don't understand, the level 1s and the level 2s. And she was asking those questions. And it reminded me that we don't all just know this. I've been doing this for 4 years. So I've learned it. And I think that everybody knows what I know, but I am realizing you don't. So please, please, please ask if you have questions. There was one more thing I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. So maybe it wasn't important, but, okay. So Jess is going to talk a little bit about the point system for Leaders Retreat and how you earn that. So remember, it's a different point system, but you get it from enrolling the same level 1s. So it's like you sign up one level 1 and you're getting points towards ranking and you're getting points towards Leaders Retreat. It's just slightly different points because it's a different contest. So, okay, Jess, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. And I also wanted to say, you guys, because Carly's my level 1, who I remember when she pulled into my driveway, 4 years ago when we were in a carpool system when I lived in her neighborhood. And she was like, I'm going to give myself like 5 years to go gold. I think it was gold, right, Carly? I was like, okay, you go, girl. Like, I loved Carly where she was at. And I think we overestimate like the fear of, oh, I never utilized social media before. Why would I start posting now? Like, we've all been there. And I know it feels scary, but we've all been in your shoes. And we've all also been in your shoes learning the systems. Like when Carly was asking me about the back office 4 years ago, I had no clue about the back office. I didn't know how to tell her about points or credits, or I was learning along with her because she was one of my first signups. So I want you to know that we've all been there and it's okay not to know and it's okay to ask questions, but it's also okay. I'm not even going to use the word fail because I don't believe in failing. I believe in learning. It's okay to learn with trial and error. Like say you post a reel. I talked to Nicole about this the other day. Say you posted a video or a post or a reel and you misspelled a word. Don't delete the reel. Don't delete the post. Just embrace it and be like, you know what? I misspelled it. I am human and I'm going to learn from it. Or a story. Like I used to go on stories and I would watch it before I posted it. And now I get on stories and I literally just, I'm who I am. And if I stutter or if I don't talk correctly or if I have poop flying in the background because I have children, like that is showing my authentic self and where I come from and my kids. And that's what people love. And you guys, Carly's a senior Ruby and it didn't take her 5 years to get to gold. So I want you to know we've all been there doing the trial and error and learning and growing from that. And one thing I wanted to add before I go into the credit system is my husband is notorious for this. If I'm like, I wonder what the price of gas is, or like, I wonder how much Disney World makes a year, because I am so much like that's how my brain works. He always says, if there's only like the internet that we could look it up and find out for ourselves. Like we have resources and we just don't utilize them. So like if you're like, I don't know how to make a reel, either did I. And do you want to know where I learned? It wasn't from Nicole. It was from the internet. I went to YouTube and I searched how to make a reel off of an iPhone 13. And I literally watched a 3-minute video and then I went and played with it on my phone. And I didn't post that one, but I just like played with it. I got used to transition or uploading a video or maybe adding text. If you guys go back on my reels, my first 100 reels. There might not be even music on there. There might not be audio on there. There might not be text or transitions at all. Like, you only get better by doing it. And to do it, and if you don't know how to do it, just go to YouTube and search how to do this. Like right now, I'm trying to learn a new thing that Project Broadcast just came out with. And I'm sure some of my upline know how to do it because they're diamonds and they've probably been using the system for years. But instead of doing that, what did I do today? I went to YouTube and I searched how to upload white line accounts into your Project Broadcast. And I watched a 4-minute video. And I think I learned more by doing it and applying it and finding out for myself versus, hey, Nicole, could you text me on how to make a reel? I promise that's going to be more frustrating for you and Nicole than it is just to go watch a video. Now, that doesn't mean we're not here to help answer questions. I'm not trying to put that on at all, but I think it would be harder for Nicole to explain to me through a text or through a voice message on how to make a reel versus me just going to YouTube and typing how to make a reel and then watching that as many times as I need to and then going to do it. Literally doing it with the guy that there's so many videos, you guys, but you could literally do it with them because they show the screen, they share their screen. Nicole, did you want to say something?
We call this like 3 before me. So go look in 3 areas for the answer before you go and ask your upline. Now, in the very beginning, you might need to ask your upline more just because you might not even know where 3 areas to look are. So like if you don't know where the groups are or whatever, then definitely ask. But once you like are in the groups and you're understanding it, before you go and ask a question, go look in 3 areas. Go Google it. Like I have sometimes people be like, what is this illness? And I'm like, that's actually a really rare one. I don't know. So what I do is I go to Google and I put it in Google and I say, what is this? And then it tells me, and then I say, is it an autoimmune? And it says yes or no. And I just kind of do my own research. And then I go in like Sparking Plexus Health and I put it in there and I see if there's a testimony about it. So allow yourself to start looking for the answers on your own. I really feel like this is where we learn the most. Me and Jess have found for us, we learn the most when we are actively looking for the answer. So like I said, always feel free to ask a question if you don't know where to look, but remember that Google and the groups are amazing for finding answers. So, and the help center.
Well, and they've like done studies behind this too, because the ask 3 before me is actually a family rule that we have in our household, even with all of my kids. If they are like trying to think of an answer to something or they're looking for something, I'm like, ask 3 before you ask me. And that doesn't mean ask 3 people. That could be if they're trying to find their shoes, don't come straight to me and ask me where your shoes are because I don't know where your shoes are. That's going to be my answer. So what are 3 things that you could resource? Maybe the mudroom. Maybe you left them by the tramp when you were just out there 10 minutes ago, or maybe they're in your room. Ask 3 or find 3 because they're going to remember and learn more by doing that than just coming to me every single time, because that's all I'm going to be doing is enabling that. And so I have just lived this model my whole life. I actually learned this from my parents. And so for my whole life, I've always tried to ask 3 or look for 3 before I ask someone, because when you apply knowledge, that is when you retain it. That is when you remember it. So when my kids are looking for their shoes, what are they doing? They're going to the tramp. They're going to their room. They're going to the mud room. They're going to their friend's house because they know that I'm not going to have the answer. And I really think it helps build leadership in you guys as you are finding the answers out for yourselves and applying it. And then you're teaching your team to do the same thing. It's like the saying, like you teach a man to fish, you don't fish for them, right? But at the same time, we as upline leaders, we have the best team ever. Did you guys know that there are teams within Plexus that you can't even be in their team chat unless you are literally on their live call once a week? If you miss one call, they kick you out of their team chat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not forgiving. That's not a forgiving team at all, or a graceful team. Nicole and I do not run our teams like that. We are here to help and utilize and help you grow too, but we're trying to teach the systems that we've done to be successful leaders. And we want to implement that into you as well. So I hope that you didn't take that at all by there's no other resources outside of Nicole and I. There are so many wonderful resources, and Plexus has the most amazing resources. In fact, I used one today. If you guys have not yet downloaded the Plexus Go app, it's right there. It's gray. Go download it now. In fact, I learned in a Jules call that only 30% of ambassadors out of like 750,000 people have actually even downloaded it and accessed it. They can tell when it's been opened. So please go do yourself a favor right now, because Nicole texted me this morning and was like, hey, do we have a graphic for this? And so I was like, you know what, let me go check to see if Plexus Go has it in there. She was looking for a compensation graphic. I literally went up here to the search bar and I typed in pay, not even commissions or compensation. I just typed in pay and I pushed search. Guess what came up? 3 different documents that I sent 2 of these to Nicole, and it took me 3 seconds. Okay. Now, let's say you have someone that says, hey, do you have any info on triplex? Literally type in triplex and you have, let's see, you have 15 files. No, you have 145 resources right here, you guys, with all this info on the triplex. How amazing is it that we have an app that has this easy of access to any information we need? That's pretty dang incredible, aside from the Facebook group. So I wanted to add that in there because when I was new, I remember being like, gosh, I don't know anything. And you guys, I have a bachelor's degree in nursing and I knew nothing about the supplements. I didn't. I learned by doing and applying the knowledge and doing it myself. I learned a lot from Nicole, as we want to teach you guys too, in 3-way messages and team calls and what is Plexus calls, all of that, right? But if you have not yet, go download the app now, because this is what I use more than anything right now when I don't know something. And you can also use their pictures. I learned this from one of my leaders that's not on this call right now, and Amanda. But we have an expo coming up for a gluten-free expo that we're doing. And a lot of the graphics and awesome designs we're using from this, or ideas to create our own, which is really cool that we have that. So I wanted to add in that. Okay, so we're going to just shift gears really quick. So Nicole talked about points and how to rank up. And this credit system has actually been utilized since I've been part of Plexus, but credits and points are completely separate. So points are going to reflect new enrollments, reorders. Credits do kind of reflect that a little bit, but the point system is going to be like, if Nicole's asking, where are your points at? Points mean anything to do with your rank, or where you are sitting with rank, or if you're going for a goal and you want to achieve gold, that's going to be reflecting your points. Credits, whenever you hear the word credits, that's going to be reflecting any kind of incentive trip that we're going on, because Leaders Retreat is a huge one. Sometimes they'll do quarterly ones where they'll do a credit system or a consistency credit challenge. They've done those before too. But right now, it's our next Leaders Retreat in Punta Cana. I don't know why I sound so weird when I say that, but you can find that in your back office. I'm in the app right now. I'm in the Plexus app. Well, it takes me to the website, but you can find them under there and you can scroll down and you can view prizes. You can see where your credits are at. You have to have 3 level 1s. So Nicole, on that paper, just show them. You have to have 3 level 1s regardless of your rank. So if you're silver, if you're senior gold, if you're emerald, you have to have 3 level 1s to even qualify to start earning credits. Now I haven't earned it yet. I'm not at 3 enrollments, but you have to have that 3 and then it will show you. Now are you guys in your app or in the office, like your back office? You're going to see a little section that says contest rules, detailed report, and leaderboard. The only one you can access from your phone, because I've had this question in the last week, is the contest rules. You can click on that and it will pull up the contest rules. If you want to look at your own detailed report, which I'll go over really quick, or the leaderboard, you have to be on a computer or a device that will allow a PDF file to download and upload. Okay, I hate this because I was in my Akoba and I had to pull this and I couldn't even pull it on my iPad. So you have to have something that will pull it in a PDF form. And then credits. Okay, so in years past, Leaders Retreat used to be based off of literally a level 1 through level 7 growing. So leaders were getting points from either their level 1 enrollments all the way down to like the levels 5, 6, and 7s. And this last year, they have changed it so that if you are a diamond or if you are a silver, you have the same potential to earn Leaders Retreat, which I think as a business move is the most brilliant thing that they could have done. because in years past, they were trending all these jewels going, maybe senior rubies and rubies. And now they are giving an opportunity. If you are new right here, you have the same opportunity and potential to go to Punta Cana as a double diamond, because it's all going to be level 1s and level 2 growth, which is pretty cool that they're doing both. Now, this month they're doing double credits. So anything that you earn, you'll get double credits on your level 1s. And Nicole, was at level 2s too? I think it is level 2s, right? Level 2s as well. And I'm going to put, yeah. Okay. So I'll put this little thing that actually Kimberly Petrowski typed up for us for this month. And you guys, we still have what, 5 days? I want you just to work the next 5 days like you would if today were September 1st, because you never know what you can create in 5 days. So I want you, I'll put this in the chat, but right now, if a new person were to start ordering today, let's say, and they help 20 of their friends order a welcome pack of $150 or more. So we're talking kind of the bigger packs. You would only need 20 orders to get 1,000 credits. You're already pretty much there. And then with rank ups, you'd rank up silver, you would rank up senior silver, and you'd rank up gold, which gives you another, gosh, I don't even know what, 360 credits. You would earn, and that person would earn Punta Cana that fast. That's how incredible the system is. Now, I don't have the,
That is also because, I don't know if you said this, maybe I missed it, but that's because in September, all of the points that you earn for the contest for Punta Cana are doubled. So you want to enroll like crazy this month, and you want to rank up as much as you can, because the more people you enroll and the more you rank up, the quicker you're going to earn Punta Cana. And let people know too that you love in your life, girl, even if you don't want to do the business, you could earn Punta Cana with me. Like, let's go together. Right. So it would be a fun thing to do with like a best friend or a sister.
So like, I literally was like, oh, I can't remember exactly on all the credits on what you earn for new level 1s and new level 2s. I literally just went to the Plexus Go app and I typed in Punta, and I have like 7 resources I can use from. So like if you type in Punta right now and go into full details, it's going to pull up all the facts about Punta Cana, how many credits you earn for each level 1. And it's really cool because you get to earn Punta Cana in 4 different ways: enrollment credits, retainment credits, meaning you're retaining that person from ordering from month 1 to month 4. You would get credits on that person from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So September, October, November, and December. If they ordered every single month that you guys in that 4-month period, you're going to get retainment credits on that same person. So that's really cool. You're also going to get rank up credits. So if you rank up or your level 1 ranks up, you get credits on that too. And it literally, where I'm at, you guys, it breaks it down, because I'm not going to go over every single one of them. It breaks it down on how many credits you would earn for each of your enrollments or retainment and your level 1. And then consistency credits as well. Consistency credits is like, say you go silver in September, you're going to get credits for going silver. Say next month you stay silver or above, you're going to get senior silver credits if you're above that, but you're going to get the consistency credits of you holding rank, which they've never done that before. So that's really cool. And that's just for you. So that's your goal, is to keep your rank or stay above. So I love that they do that in 4 different ways. But if you want to go and just look that up, literally, this is seriously all the info on there. And then on the very bottom, there's frequently asked questions. So if you're like, oh, well, what if this happens? Or what if I have a preferred customer last month, but then they enrolled this month? Or say they enrolled in December. What consistency credits do I get for that person? And do I get their enrollment credits? And Melissa's on this call. We had this situation just last week that I was like, oh, I've never been asked that before. And I went to the facts, and that's where I found it. And it's really cool that they give scenarios, they give ideas, and they literally break it down word for word, credit by credit, on how you earn those. So that's the difference between a credit and a point. And I know that, like, you hear the word PV, you hear the word point, you hear the word credit. Just remember, points is for rank. Credits are for, I like to think credits are for cruising, like cruising to a cruise, or maybe the Dominican Republic, or a shopping spree, or cruising there. So I want you to know the difference between that. And do you guys know what PV is then? Everybody here? PV is like the point value for each product. So like, for example, the pink drink, our most popular product, I think it's 72 PV now, right? Right? Is it 72 or 71? I can't remember. They keep upping it for us, but that is a point value, and you have to be at 100 PV every single month to be commission qualified. That is the only thing that Plexus asks of us to be commission qualified. We don't have to buy extra product. We don't have to ship out extra product. We don't have to ship and print our own labels. A lot of MLMs, you guys, you have to buy into so much product. Like I'm talking thousands of dollars, and then you have to promote it, and then you have to ship it. You don't have to do any of that. Plexus does all of that for you. The only expectation that they have for you to be commission qualified is you have to be at 100 PV or more. And you get PV from your own personal order or a preferred customer. So if you have a preferred customer that does not want to be a VIP or an ambassador, they can order and that will count towards your PV. I don't always recommend that though, because what I have seen is, say a preferred customer orders on the 26th of the month and you haven't ordered yet and they give you 100 PV. And then commissions closes, and then on the 2nd of the next month, they decide to return their products. You will lose that PV, which will then lose your commission. So I only recommend that if you have 500 PV on your account. And then you can start, or 300 PV. You want to make sure you have that cushion, but PV is a product value per product. You just want to make sure that you are 100 PV or more. Did I miss anything? I know that I've got some old timers on here. Autumn, Carly, Amanda, Melissa, Felicia, speak up, Becky. If there's anything that you guys think that we can add to help incorporate the ideas, how to separate all those two, the more that you do it, the more you'll understand it. Nicole and I are 4 years in, you guys, and I'm still learning new things. And we just got off a Jewel call. They're changing some things in the back office that are going to really explode our teams. And it's going to change on how things look in the back office. But this is like the system, the basic system of the PV product credits and points. I know that was a lot. That was kind of a mouthful. Did I miss anything, Nicole?
Well, and if any of it didn't make sense, like it's a lot to retain in the beginning. So just know that you'll learn it as you go. Like it's really not, you don't have to retain everything. But I do hope that this was helpful for you guys, especially if you had, questions like, how do I get started posting or things like that? If you're not in the Sparking Plexus Health group, sorry, he's like, I gave you an hour, Mom, we're done. The Sparking Plexus Health group is where all of the testimonies are, where you can copy and paste, just like we showed you. So you can copy and paste those testimonies. And I recommend start posting at least 3 times a week, where you're posting a story or your own story, at least. In the beginning, I started posting like every day. So what I would do is I would do like a Plexus post, and I would do like a family post, or like, oh, I took my kids to the zoo today, or first day of school, or went to the pool today, or what, like, you know what I mean? Like I would do like a personal post, and then I would do a Plexus post, and then I would kind of just go every other post like that. So just know, like, the more you post, the more, please stop, give me 1 more minute. The more people will see and learn and be educated on what Plexus is, so they find value in it. They have to have value to want to order. They're not just going to order because you're like, Plexus is amazing. They want to know how it can help them. And they're going to learn that through stories that other people have had positive experiences, improving their health. So make sure to post stories and post your own story and talk about it a lot, because that's how people learn. And I was going to share, I wanted Kayla to share, but she's at work, I think, right now. So we just take them for like 2 minutes. So Kayla told me last night, she stopped by, she had to grab something from me. And she was like, I cannot believe the amount of people that are now starting to reach out because I've started consistently posting. She's like, because at first she kind of just posted a little, like in her story, here or there. Like she just kind of said, hey, I'm getting started on these products. I'm going to give it a go. I want to feel good. I want to change my health or have good health for years to come. And so I'm going to share my journey. She was just genuine and open. She just said, I'm going to let you into like my journey as I go along. And then she just started giving updates on what she was doing and what she was taking. And she was noticing more energy and better bowel movements and things like that, and better sleep. She was just telling her audience as she went. And then she started adding in Plexus testimonials in her stories. like either through graphics or through like written testimonials in her stories and then in her feed. And she told me yesterday, and she's a brand new sharer. She just started in August. And she's like, I'm amazed. Like I've had like 3 more people reach out about what I'm doing and the products and wanting to get started. And so I just want to share that with you so you know that it offers value and it helps people to understand what the Plexus products do. Because if they don't believe that it'll work for them, they're not going to order. When we post a story and they relate to that story and they read something that's like for migraines, they're going to go, oh my gosh, I have had migraines for years and I've never been able to get over this. I'm going to reach out to Katie and I'm going to say, could this really help with my migraines? And you're going to be like, yes, like there's so many stories about it. Like, how long have you had migraines? Always relate to them. How long have you had migraines? Oh my gosh, you've had migraines for 15 years. I am so sorry. What have you tried to get over that? Are you open to trying gut health? Like, you're just going to talk to them like you would a regular person, and they're going to be ready to order when the right time is for them. So let's see. Would you recommend, I'm reading the chat. Would you recommend to post a Plexus post and a personal post every day? I have heard mixed thoughts on that. In the beginning, that's what I started doing when I was like gung ho going in. At first in the beginning, I was kind of scared and I dabbled. And then as I started to rank up, I was like, I am doing this. And I started doing every day. And I know Katie Tucker said the same thing. She did every day. Every day a Plexus post, every day a personal post. And as long as there's personal posts mixed in, I feel like it helps. But you can do it whatever you want. I have some people that do 4 days a week. They're like, I post every day about my personal life. 4 days a week, I post about Plexus. So it's up to you. Some days I don't post in my feed, but I post in my stories. And I follow a lot of people that, do social selling and things like that. And they say that, they're like, how often should you talk about your business, your opportunity, your product? And they're like, every day. Why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you talk about it and let people see it? Because not everybody in your audience is going to see what you post every single day. So we got to remember that we think we post one thing and we think the whole world knows what we're doing. And then we're like in our head, like, oh, everybody knows I'm doing it. I wonder what they think. And we kind of get, you know what I mean? No, not everybody sees it. People also like to follow you. I follow a lot of people that sell other things. And it's like when they're posting a makeup tutorial every day, I like watching it. I don't get tired of it. And if I get tired of it, guess what? I just unfollow them. Who cares? Like I have only grown my followers over time of posting consistently. In the beginning, I thought I'm going to lose all my friends and all my followers and no one's going to like me. That is not true. I've grown by 1,500 followers on Instagram since I started posting about Plexus stuff. So just know if you're doing it in an authentic way, people are going to come and they're going to follow you and they're going to want what you have. So anyways, that's really all. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Thank you for those of you that reached out to me asking questions, because it really does help me know what to talk about on these calls. Sometimes I forget that you don't know what I know. So if you have questions that you need clarified, say, any way you could talk about this on a team call, or let me know so that I can share that information with you and help train you on that. So thank you, Stephanie. You're so sweet. Thank you. And yeah, that's it from me today, you guys, and from all of us. Thank you for everybody that helped share on the call today and provide information and value. And please ask questions in the group and feel free to message me privately as well. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Make the most of September.